So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today I'm going to be walking through the Dutch new labor laws. This article is from Hogan Lovells. They're an employment law firm, and I find comparative human resources to be really interesting. If you do too, please subscribe. I talk a lot about international labor law and what it means. So we're going to get started off with minimum wage. The minimum wage for people who are 21 years old and above is $13.27. That's a little over $14.50. And what I want to kind of highlight here is first off that there is a age differentiation in minimum wage law, and this is actually relatively common throughout the world. For example, I believe Australia has minimum wage based on age, and so there is that piece to it. 14.50 isn't bad per hour, but Holland, the Dutch, is very expensive. The Netherlands is very expensive, and that is kind of surprising. But the United States is overall more expensive as a whole than Holland. I wanted to highlight the increase in the pension age, which you'll probably continue to see throughout the Western world, where the ages have gone up. The overall age of the population has continued to increase, and there's less people to support this aging population. And as a result, the state pension age is moving from 66 years and 10 months to 67 years on January 1st of this year. In addition, they're going to start accruing pension from age 18 instead of 21. I think that that's not surprising. I think it'll probably continue to adjust up over time because I think that's the nature of the Western world at this time. What's interesting is that they also put into place a whistleblower act for even small companies. The United States has quite a few whistleblower acts, including Dodd-Frank, Sarbanes-Oxley, False Claims Act, and protection under OSHA. But the Dutch got a new law passed that applies to medium-sized employers as well, from 50 to 249, and it requires employers to draw up a procedure for reporting suspected abuse. And I'm kind of surprised that many of these acts don't already apply to businesses 50 to 249. That seems pretty surprising to me. It seems like something that would be fairly universal. The next one up is, expected, I think, from the Dutch. It's mandatory CO2 registration. If you have more than 100 employees, they must report on their employees' work-related travel because Big Brother is looking out for you. And of course, that they need to know everything that is happening. It includes total kilometers traveled, vehicle type, and fuel type. If companies don't comply with the CO2 registration, of course, enforcement actions can be taken. This one, I understand the intention behind it, but frankly, there are private employees, private people, private citizens of Holland that do more significant carbon-related travel, and it seems more impactful that they be tracked. I mean, this sounds absolutely horrific overall, and it sounds like Big Brother gone mad. But I mean, if you want to make a strong impact on the environment, you'd think that that would be, for example, the jets that the Prime Minister flies would be more impactful, and people should be reporting these sort of things, right? If you were trying to do something, and something that I've covered in Holland in previous videos is the proposal regarding self-employment, and specifically here, false self-employment. It's going to be entering the Dutch House of Representatives in the second quarter of 2024, and it's really about making sure that people understand the difference between independent contractor and employee, and people not lying whether or not they're an independent contractor or not. And to clarify, also to have employers not lie with respect to independent contractor. And there's a lot of manipulation. We're going to be talking about some more of that coming down the pipeline on the United States side, especially surrounding the individual contractors, because the independent contractors seems to be the real bug in the government's, the real bee in the government's bonnet recently. It seems to be something that they really want to take a stand against and really stand up and fight. And there are various different reasons. There's a lot of different special interests that are involved when you talk about these concerns. But ultimately, the the governments of the West have decided that independent contractors are no good. So, what do you think about these changes coming from Holland, the Netherlands? I keep doing that. I apologize. What do you think about these changes coming from the Netherlands? Are they impactful? Do they make sense? What would you like your country to enact in 2024? Leave a comment down below, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.